Have you ever stopped to wonder why simply getting through an ordinary day can feel so exhausting? Why the basic act of maintaining a daily routine generates a quiet, constant background anxiety? When everyday pressure builds up, human biology demands an escape hatch. The instinct is universal. We eat a heavy meal, retreat to a climate-controlled room, and fall asleep. We physically tune out the friction of the real world. But treating life as a series of stressful events to hide from carries a hidden cost. Every time you choose immediate relief over enduring a difficult moment, the mental muscle required to handle friction begins to atrophy. Seeking a life devoid of tension systematically strips you of the tools needed to handle a crisis, leaving you unequipped and weak when a challenge inevitably arrives. Think about the exact moment your head hits the pillow tonight. Picture the second you exhale, pull up the blankets, and surrender to immediate gratification. Right at that precise second, somewhere hundreds of miles away, a desk lamp clicks on. Someone is sitting in the quiet corner of a dark room, staring at an open notebook and putting in the work. The rewards in life do not distribute themselves evenly. They pool around the people who leverage these quiet, unseen hours to build, while everyone else is recovering from the baseline effort of existing. The competition for the life you want never clocks out. That means every single night, the transition from waking to sleeping is a choice between retreating into comfort or advancing into the unknown. It is highly comforting to look at someone who has reached their goal and write it off as a lucky break. We tell ourselves that massive achievement is a lottery ticket handed out by chance to a chosen few. That illusion shatters looking at the math of progress. A towering achievement is just tiny actions stacked over time.
This introduces the active paths rule. Absolute responsibility. You are the architect. You must place the very next step yourself. You cannot sit in the passenger seat of your own life. You can't outsource your momentum to a manager, a market trend, or an expected stroke of luck. Waiting for a sudden breakthrough is a symptom of the passive mind. Creators don't wait for momentum. They manufacture it from scratch every single day. Once you decide to build that momentum, you run into a harsh mechanical law. Progress requires fuel, and that fuel has to come from somewhere. You cannot acquire an extraordinary result while holding on to ordinary habits. To gain traction toward a massive goal, you have to willingly surrender something comfortable. This is a direct exchange. As passive leisure, unearned rest, and the illusion of absolute safety drop away, your capacity for actual progress rises to fill the empty space. In this system, sacrifice is the required currency for purchasing the outcomes you are aiming for. People often fail because they try to spend all that currency at once. Attempting a massive, sudden leap forward usually just results in exhaustion and a quick retreat to old habits. The actual mechanism of achievement is relentless consistency. It is taking a step today and another tomorrow, keeping the destination fixed in mind. The hardest part isn't the physical effort, it's the mental endurance required to move at a slow pace for months without feeling inadequate or losing faith in the process. Here is the paradox of high achievement. Apply slow, continuous friction every single day, and the destination is never actually out of reach. A massive distance doesn't require a massive jump. It requires a focused obsession that makes your eventual arrival a matter of inevitability. Let's zoom out from the daily grind and look at the timeline. The window we have to actually do anything is terrifyingly brief. In the grand sweep of history, a human lifespan is barely 2 moments long. The default path ensures those 2 moments are spent merely existing. You clock in, harbor quiet grievances against the people around you, complain about the hand you were dealt, and eventually fade out without leaving a mark. The pursuit of the active path transforms you into a standard for others to follow, proving what is possible through focused effort. Every moment spent complaining about your circumstances is a moment stolen from your ability to change them. Real autonomy begins the second you redirect that energy into building your own outcome. You only have 2 choices with the time you have left.
You either take absolute responsibility to write your own story, or you sit back and let the world write it for you.